Okay, fuck it. I'm just going to start a minute early because that's not the norm for me, and this is not a normal show. Hi, everybody. It's me, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight, and this is not the Morning Night Live except for Richo. Richo, my friend from down under, good morning. I finally actually get to say good morning to you, and it's actually morning. How's everybody doing? I'm Marty, a.k.a. PDawgKnight, as I'm known on the internet. It is the 25th of September, 2020, and this is a special edition of Friday Night Live, although my intro still says the Morning Night Live. That's okay. I don't care. Yeah, I'm in a happy mood because I came home and I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to go check. I was thinking about seeing something happen in the news that I wanted to talk about. I was thinking about streaming anyway, and I'm like, oh, holy shit. I got 1,000 subs now. I've been waiting. Yes, Lindsay, we did it. Thank you. And Lindsay's been instrumental in helping me on this. So, hey, it's the 1,000 sub special. I'm going to play the intro, even though it says it's the Morning Night Live intro. I don't care. I played it anyway. Play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America. Stop the intro. I'm not going to play the intro. It's not morning. It's a special edition of Friday Night Live with your host, me, PDawgKnight. So, now, the plan had nothing to do with 1,000 subs. There was this thing that came out, that popped out on my friend, my favorite news aggregator, the Ace of Spades, that came up, and I wanted to talk about it because it's, it lights a fire. And then there's a couple funny things on Twitter I wanted to go through, and I figured I'd just have some fun this afternoon, and maybe I'll even open up a window and have people jump in the chat or jump in and talk or whatever. Or I wrote in the tweet that I did, I said, I'll do one of those AMA things, ask me anything, because I don't think I've ever done one of those. But, we'll see what happens. Anyway, first, though, I am going to say hello to the people in the chat because that's what I do. And when I announced this brand new thing that I'm doing today, the first person who showed up in the chat was Richo, who gets the bell. Thank you for being here. Also, good afternoon. For me, it's good afternoon. It's good morning for Richo, by the way. It's morning. Oh, thank you. I got the first super chat of the evening, too. From Skookum Choocher. Skookum Choocher. Do you know what a chooch is? At least, well, what's my wife calls a chooch. Why should I shouldn't be talking about my wife's chooch. Anyway, Skookum Choocher with the 357 says, wipe happens. You must be a leftover from this morning because we had a lot of wipe jokes. Wipe power, stuff like that. Okay, thank you very much for the first super chat of the afternoon. I should probably reset that too because, no. I'm not going to reset that. I was going to reset my what do I call it? The Superstar Donor of the Day, but I'm not going to change it. The Superstar Donor of the Day right now is still, if I can read this, well, Skookum Choocher is the Superstar Donor of the Day. Well, there you go. Perfect. Anyway, so the new Superstar Donor of the Day is Skookum Choocher. Also, good morning, too. Sheograph, good morning. It's not morning. I'm so used to saying good morning. It's afternoon. Good afternoon. It's Friday night, as in me, live. Hello, Sheograph. What's happening? Dog is in the hizzo. Good morning, Kesler. Good afternoon, Kesler. I'm already saying good morning. Purple Pills Perspective. What's happening? Zombie Teddy. Johnny Hellcat, the first viewer of the Morning Night Live ever. Also, good morning. Good afternoon. God, I can't do it. Mike Savage. Blarg. Debbie thanks, one of my new subscribers. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you. Also, good afternoon, too. I already said Johnny Hellcat, right? Good. Let's see. Becca Fairley, what's happening? Pat, my brother, what's up? Amy in Connecticut. I'm scrolling. Cynical Lindsay, who's been so helpful to me and always make sure everyone hits that like button. Also, Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
Good afternoon. Also, who else is here? My scroller isn't working. Let's see. Duck Dog. Did I say Duck Dog? I said Skookum Choocher. That's close enough, right? John Smith. say hi to Elizabeth for me. D.I. Freighter Watcher, Maddie from the House of Geek, and I'm all the way down to the scrolling thing, so there you go. Now, the real reason I was going to stream today, by the way, I kind of like this thing here. This thing, you know, the thing, this thing right here, right there. I have 1,000 subs now. I'm pretty happy about that. I think it's not everyone hits like. Oh, that's right. Dawg and I have an arrangement. I have to have at least one dislike every video, and Dawg helps me out with that. Thank you, Dawg. Yes, it's the 1,000 subscriber special, which wasn't originally what it was going to be, but that's what it is now. But that's not really why I was going to stream this afternoon. The reason I was going to stream was because of this story that I'm going to read right off the Ace of Spades blog, because it's basically some what he does. If Ace does what's called a flaming head post, and if he has a flaming head post, that means Diesel Dave, what's happening? If he does a flaming head post, that means it's something really, really special. So this is the flaming head post today. Suppressed House Intel report. Analysts believe that Russia favored Hillary Clinton in 2016, but John Brennan, Clinton, ultra Clinton partisan, overruled this conclusion and inserted his own partisan narrative. Holy shit, what does that mean? Well, we're going to find out. Good morning. Good afternoon, Francis Barrett. I'm having a really hard time not saying good morning. Back in May, Deb Heine from The Federalist, or she writes for American Greatness too, Deb Heine reported that Fred Fleets had revealed that Brennan had suppressed documents which tended to prove that Putin actually favored Hillary over Donald Trump. And this was from her article at the time. House Intelligence Committee staff told me that after an exhaustive investigation, reviewing intelligence and interviewing intelligence officers, they found that Brennan suppressed high-quality intelligence, suggesting that Putin actually wanted the more predictable and malleable Clinton to win the 2016 election, Flights wrote. I separately have an intelligence source tonight who confirmed that information, Henry said, adding that rather than issuing a balanced report that reflected all of the intelligence, Brennan set the narrative that Russia wanted Trump to win. But now we know this with greater confidence, and we know a lot more too. And this is from Real Clear Investigations. This is a House Intelligence report which was locked in a literal safe by pencil neck himself, Adam fucking Schiff. And from this article, the Real Clear Investigations, former CIA Director John Brennan personally edited a crucial section of the intelligence report on Russian interference in the 2016 election. Hello, Nunbus. How you doing? In the 2016 election, and assigned a political ally to take a lead role in writing it after career analysts disputed Brennan's take that Russian leader Vladimir Putin intervened in the 2016 election to help Donald Trump clinch the White House, according to two senior U.S. intelligence officials who have seen classified materials detailing Brennan's role in drafting the document. Real Clear Investigations has learned that one of the CIA operatives who helped Brennan draft the ICA, Andrea Kendall Taylor, financially supported Hillary Clinton during the campaign and is a close colleague of, guess who? The name that we're not allowed to say because, well, I'll just call him Eric C. Identified last year by Real Clear Investigations as the Democratic National Security whistleblower, whose complaint led to Trump's impeachment, ending in Senate acquittal in January. Wow, the tangled webs we weave. Two officials said Brennan, who openly supported Clinton during the campaign, excluded conflicting evidence about Putin's motives from the report, despite objections from some intelligence analysts who argued Putin counted on Clinton winning the election and viewed Trump as a wild card. Now, why? Before I even read anymore, because I saw that, I'm like, damn, I gotta get to this. Why do you think Putin would have preferred Clinton? Anybody got a guess? Does anyone know about the uranium market and how the United States uranium market works and how it has been basically a good portion of it had been given to the Russians during the Clinton administration? And this is amazing. Hello, BoschTube. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate that. The dissenting analyst found that Moscow preferred Clinton because it judged she would work with its leaders, whereas it worried Trump would be too unpredictable, which he has been, and actually he's been pretty, well, let's just say that those peace treaties in the Middle East aren't really pleasing to Vladimir Putin. Thank you, man. Oh, the other thing I got to figure out here. I noticed this morning I've been trying to turn these alerts music down, and I can't, for some reason I can't do it. I've tried everything possible. But anyway, thank you, Maddie, with the $10 super chat, who says that would be 1,000 pennies. Get it? Haha. Congrats for 1K. Don't worry. It's got to be morning somewhere. But the smiley face. Love you, PDawg. Love you back, Maddie. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, 1,000 pennies. You know, if you want to do super, okay, there was to say do 1,000 pennies. Wait, that showed her as the superstar donor of the day. How'd that happen? Well, no, it's still Scoop and Choocher, but okay. Anyway, thank you, Maddie, and thank you, Scoop and Choocher too. So now I said, and then, okay, so back to the story. The same analyst argued the Kremlin was generally trying to sow discord and disrupt the American democratic process during the 2016 election. They also noted that Russia tried to interfere in the 2008 and 2012 races, many years before Trump decided to throw his hat into the ring. So this whole Russian sowing discord crap is nothing new at all. Paul Sperry reports more. One, that Durham is using this report as a roadmap into his investigation into whether Obama politicized intelligence agencies for private political advantage, and that, two, Brennan included Christopher Steele's utterly rubbished intelligence, so quote unquote, in the January 2017 presidential briefing to supply what he claimed was information consistent with his partisan claim that Putin favored Trump. Now, remember, that's the best evidence they had for the claim. We've seen no actual evidence besides Steele's made-up partisan document, the world-famous Steele dossier, also known as pile of crap. Now, if that's the only evidence for this claim, there is no evidence for this claim, which it seems that the Mueller team kind of figured out. Oh, good Lord. One more thing. Usually these assessments have an annex included, which is written by dissenters. The dissenters are included so that the president can evaluate competing claims and making decisions. This report did not include any dissenters' report, something Sperry calls unprecedented. And there was, of course, dissent that Brennan and Comey and McCabe did not want to report. They planned to leak to CNN. the officials who have read the secret congressional report on the ICA dispute that they say a number of analysts objected to, including the dossier, arguing that it was political innuendo and not sound intelligence. The staff report makes it fairly clear that the assessment was politicized and skewed to discredit Trump's election, said a second U.S. intelligence source, who has also requested anonymity. Hello, Burl Davis. What's happening? Nice to see you on the live show. Fantastic that you are here. Now you understand why this would be a flaming head report from the Ace of Spades. Obviously that would have looked really, really bad in the report when they leaked it to CNN, so they just made sure no dissent was included. Brennan? Comey? McCabe? All those names sound familiar. Hello, Stab and Joe Scarborough. Hello, Denise Steele. Are you new here, Denise? I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you came back. Everybody, I'm so happy you're here. All right. There's one more thing. The second senior intelligence official, who has read a draft of the still classified House Intelligence Committee review, confirmed that career intelligence analysts complained that the ICA was tightly controlled and manipulated by Brennan, who previously worked in the Obama White House. It wasn't 17 agencies, which we all knew that already, and it wasn't even a dozen analysts from the 3 agencies who wrote the assessment, as has been previously widely reported in the media, he said. It was just 5 officers of the CIA who wrote it, and Brennan handpicked all 5, and the lead writer was a good friend of Brennan's. I think John Brennan has some explaining to do. I'm just saying. Does that sound like that to you guys? I don't know. It sounds like it to me. Here's one more nugget from Paul Sperry. Some of the evidence proves that Putin favored Hillary. And this was his tweet. Breaking: FBI knew through classified channels Kremlin had explosive compromise not on the Donald, but on Hillary Clinton in 2016. Dirt that would have rocked her campaign, yet Russia chose not to release it. FBI possesses anti-Hillary material, but keeps it classified. It knew Russia could blackmail her, but kept it quiet. This gets better every day. Thank you, Fox P2. With 1,000 subs, can you monetize your videos now? The monetization process is in... It's in the process right now. Also, I'll be able to do mobile streaming through YouTube, which is much better quality than the Streamlabs I tried the other day. So, a week from today, which the Morning Night Live is going to be live from, we'll probably be at Boundary Waters National Park in northern Minnesota, up on the Superior Shore, because Lady Boomer and I are doing our waterfall tour next weekend, or next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, I'll be doing it live from up there on the mobile. All right. Good question. Thank you. And thank you, Fox P2. And welcome. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and what's that thing? The bell? The bell. Hit the bell. All right. So they had compromise on Hillary Clinton, not Donald Trump. Now, here's the other. Okay, I got to back up here, though. What was that name they mentioned way up here? It was locked away in the House something Intelligence Committee safe. And this line right here. This is a House Intelligence report which was locked in a literal safe by... If you weren't here earlier, you'll love to hear this. Adam Schiff. Yes, pencil neck himself. Good Lord. By the way, on the monetization thing, Streamlabs, I still prefer that you go through Streamlabs if you're going to do super chats. But if you prefer Google super chats or whatever when that happens, it should. I don't know how long it takes, but whatever. I appreciate the gestures no matter where it comes from. It's just that Google takes more of your money away from where you intended. Hello, Jaeger Pony. What's happening? So anyway, and also, even if you're doing the Streamlabs super chats, I think if you do the credit card option rather than the PayPal option, the credit card option takes less of your money too. So anyway, whatever. However you want to do it, I don't care. I appreciate anything you guys do, and I'm not gonna, say, oh, do this and do that, whatever. So, all right. Excuse me. Adam Schiff. Not only did Adam Schiff know, this is insanity. So Adam Schiff knew about this. I'm gonna guess that most of Mueller's team knew about this. Now remember, Mueller, even though his name was on the team because they could hide behind someone who's supposedly a Republican, he's one of the Bush crony Republicans that got us into the war in Iraq, right? Or Iraq, yeah, Iraq. But they knew this stuff. This was out. It's like they had this information this whole time. And John Brennan, what do we say on Thursday? For people who've been here for a while, FTG, right here. In fact, here, FTG, John Brennan. Fuck that guy. All right. Now but wait, there's more. There is more. Here's the end here. So there's very strong evidence that Putin favored Hillary, not Trump, and kept his Hillary compromise secret rather than releasing it. And here's a little more about the story about Christopher Steele's primary subsource, the suspected Russian spy. If you were here this morning, you might have heard this story. Breaking per Catherine Herridge at CBS and Extraordinary. So Christopher Steele's main source for the dossier, remember that guy? He was the subject of a nearly 2-year-long FBI counterintelligence investigation from 2009 to 2011. The FBI already knew about this guy. Under suspicion of being a Russian spy and a threat to national security, right? Early in the Obama administrations, the subsource reportedly attempted to recruit 2 individuals connected to an influential foreign policy advisor to Obama. Said if they got jobs in the administration and access to classified information, he could help them make a little extra money. Oh, did he now? And 3, the FBI said he has previously contact with the Russian embassy and Russian intelligence officers. Thanks to Paul Sperry, we know the name of this subsource, and that he, for a period of time, was at the what? Oh, he was at the Brookings Institute, a Democratic think tank. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Hello, Septus Wolf. Welcome to the show. And finally, but here's the real kicker. Per these documents out from Senator Lindsey Graham, the FBI knew about this prior CI investigation into the source in December of 2016. It knew it was relying on information from a suspected Russian spy. So, who was colluding with the Russians trying to sway an election? And who paid Christopher Steele to get information from a Russian spy on a political opponent in the United States of America. Holy shit. And that's not Kim Jong-un's personal assistant either. MC, what's happening? Hammer time. And also good afternoon to Necrosol Collins. What's up? And also Cracks in the hizzo. I am fired up, y'all. I am fired up. Not just because of this report, but because, hey, you guys who've been around for a long time have finally gotten me over that hump. 2 days after hump day this week, yes, we finally hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. We're at 1,003. It might even be more than that now. I haven't paid too close attention. Let's see where we're at right now. Oh, it doesn't tell me on this. I should go back. Hang on, I screwed that up. Let's see. Go back. I'm trying to use my screen here. Did I see Renee Mayette pop into? Hello, Renee Mayette. How you doing? There you are. What the hell's going on here with my stuff here? Let's just try this and reset it. All right. Yeah, so we're celebrating 1,000 subscribers with an impromptu stream where we might do a little AMA at the end. I think we'll just do the AMA in the chat rather than opening up a StreamYards window and taking calls. It'll just be easier. Johnny Blaze, what's happening? Thank you very much for the well wishes. All right, couple other things. I wanted to pop into Twitter too because I thought this is going to be very random today. By the way, this is just kind of like I said, it's impromptu. We're going to just do some fun stuff. You can throw some questions in the chat if you want. I'll try to make sure I catch all your questions, but also there are some funny things happening in the Twitter world. And I'm getting all kinds of congratulations in the on Twitter. That's fantastic. This is something that popped up today that I had not seen before. Apparently, this isn't recent, but it's popped up, and I just found it kind of humorous because it shows how strongly Joe Biden supports the troops, because they're all using that bullshit report that Donald Trump said some bad things about troops and dead troops and whatnot. Well, this was actually Joe Biden in the flesh saying something that was recorded, and I found it fascinating. Hold on here, let's get this so you can see it. All right, there we go. Here's Joe Biden talking to some troops at some speech he gave or something. I don't know what the hell this is, but let's listen to Joe Biden and how he shows respects for the troops. Here we go.
Understanding what you may hear about me, I have incredibly good judgment. One, I married Jill, and two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Oh,
what you may hear about
what did he say?
I have incredibly good judgment.
Wait. What's the end of that?
I married Jill. And two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Oh my God. Now I he may have just been funny. And you know what? Troops will laugh at that kind of stuff. It's just Joe being Joe, but I think it's funny that is all of a sudden popped up on the old internet. Let's see what else we can find going on. Let's get into what's happening, because there was another. Oh shoot, where's that thread? This is another thread I wanted to check out regarding the Flynn case. Hang on a second here. Let me get to the first tweet. This is a thread. Actually, you know what? We'll spend some time on this. This is someone NLYK Flynn. I don't know what that means. But it's kind of it's in reference to how they've been treating General Flynn, the Trump's former national security advisor that they tried to indict, and now he's rescinding his plea, and how the justice system works, or in this case, well, the justice system needs some work to get rid of cronies. But Denver Flynn has been doing this thread following along with Sidney Powell. And he's saying, I would encourage people really to listen to the arguments to understand how our court system is working or not working. The rule of law is what separates us from other countries. We have a functioning rule of law that holds everyone accountable the same way. Here's Sidney Powell talking about this.
Joining us now is Sidney Powell, attorney for General
Hello,
Michael
People's
Flynn
Friends of Canada,
and
Ronan
a
Wolf.
former
What's
federal
happening?
prosecutor, best-selling author. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Lee.
I just looking over some of the statements from the D.C. appellate court judges. You're outnumbered without question, and they're not even trying to disguise their political bias from the bench, are they?
There were certainly a lot of questions, Lou. I will have to leave it to individuals to listen to it, and I would encourage people really to listen to the arguments to understand how our court system is working or not working, as the case may be, because the rule of law is what separates us from countries like Colombia and Venezuela and failed states. We have to have a functioning rule of law that holds everyone accountable in the same way and not break rules for somebody just because it's Michael Flynn who was prosecuted when there was no case to prosecute. The government has now recognized that. The government moved to dismiss it back on May 7th, and we haven't been able to get the dismissal granted yet. And the court has no role in that.
Oh, you have a politically...
Now, what's amazing about this, if you follow the case, hello, Attack Paco, what's happening? What's amazing about this, so, as you know, this Judge Sullivan has been... Okay, so the government and Powell have said that General Flynn wants to withdraw his plea. Our federal government, the Justice Department, has said they don't object to that. They're like, yeah, sure, because we don't want to pursue this now that they found all this new information that kind of proves that Flynn never lied in the first place and he was just taking a plea deal. So this Judge Sullivan has said, well, I'm not going to grant your motion to withdraw your plea, and I want to bring in some other people to analyze this and have arguments, thus making Judge Sullivan actually part of the case, because the Justice Department has not objected to him retracting his plea. And so now they've taken it to the appeals court. The first panel ruled 2-1 in his favor, and then the judge again intervenes and takes it. The judge appeals it to the full 11th Circuit, and the makeup of the 11th Circuit is like 2/3 were appointed by Democrats, and it went down basically party lines. Now that should not happen. It should be based on what the rules are. And thank you, Robert Lepine. I appreciate you. I see your congratulations there. Thank you so much. And so this is the battle going forth. And I guarantee you, if this goes to the Supreme Court, it'll probably be a 9-0 decision. There's been a similar case like this, but who knows? Anyway, Judge Sullivan, who was the hero of Sidney Powell's book, License to Lie, has behaved like a monster in General Flynn's case. It's despicable what he's done. It's a disgrace. Lou Dobbs was saying there's no controversy between defendant and the government anymore. Both agree the case should be dropped. All dismissals are normally granted. Sullivan's application of amicus to stand in the stead of the government solicitation of amicus briefs by anybody who wanted to file one was irregular. The court sent it back to him by mandamus from a panel to grant a motion to dismiss. It didn't do it. It instead filed a petition on his own, and the court accepted it. Big Chief Fuzzy Beard, how you doing? All right. Anyway, the American people are about to be physically ill. It's concerning, very important to take politics out of this and decide the case as if it were John Doe, as opposed to creating a General Flynn exception to the rule of law that doesn't apply to anyone else, or wants it applied, or want applied to own family in the same situation. But this shit's been going on for 4 years, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, all right. By the way, let's see. How many do we have in here? Oh, we got 40 people here. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. What else we got? I got all kinds of congratulations here. This is awesome. I really appreciate that. By the way, if you just got here, we're celebrating 1,000 subs, even though I just wanted to read that one article from the Ace of Spades. Oh! Did you hear about this shit? Okay, so we're having all this craziness going on with the riots and fires and people destructing things. Apparently, in New York, a subway saboteur causes nearly $1 million in damages derailing an MTA train, aka the subway. The repair bill for damage caused by Sunday's saboteur-inflicted subway train derailment is approaching $1 million, the MTA said. The tab includes around $100,000 for repairs to the West 14th Street station, plus several $100,000 to reconstruct the derailed train, a transit official told the Post. Demetrius Harvard, I suppose that's Demetrius Harvard, was apprehended shortly after the collision and held on $50,000 cash bail for allegedly hurling metal construction debris onto the tracks as an A train approached around 8:20 a.m. The train flew off the rails and sideswiped at least 10 steel beams in the middle of the tracks, which caused a huge chunk of metal on the train itself to peel away. MTA crews worked overnight Sunday to repair the station. Officials said A train service resumed Monday at 6 a.m. So here's first of 4 pictures of the damage, and then picture number 2, if it pops up, just the workers working on it. Picture number 3, that's more of the workers working on the rail that they screwed up. And finally, they were fixing the beams and shit. It was not Harvard's first run-in with the MTA. In September, Harvard was hauled before a Manhattan criminal court judge for misdemeanor criminal mischief for allegedly striking an MTA bus with a metal street barricade, shattering 2 windows. So this may not be related to the protest at all, but but of course, Harvard was freed without bail on supervised release. Yes. Because the New York City bail system is just letting people go. Good God, people. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's see. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see. We knew that. Had enough New Yorkers? Or do you want to watch your beloved city turn into a literal nightmare? It's for just this reason that the DOJ under Barr, as requested by Trump, has designated New York City, along with Seattle and Portland, an anarchist jurisdiction. You've heard about that, right? And will proceed to disqualifying them from receiving any federal aid for crime fighting. Yeah, because they let the guy go already. There was also a shooting that happened at a car dealership in the Bronx. A dad shielded his kids from the gunfire and he got shot. Oh, it's just awful. Just awful shit going around. Oh, this is good too. I'm sure you've heard this. So in Seattle, Washington, I don't get it. Seattle has hired a, how do I put this delicately? A former pimp as a street czar for $150,000 after the chop fiasco. Great. Seattle's paying an ex-pimp $150,000 a year to act as the city's street czar and offer alternatives to policing after protests morphed into the no police allowed Capitol Hill occupied protest. Fan-fucking-tastic. Good afternoon, Mr. Scott. Activist Andre Taylor is open about his past as a pimp. He appeared in the documentary American Pimp and is working with the city of Seattle through his nonprofit, Not This Time. Taylor says he started Not This Time after his brother Che Taylor was killed by Seattle police in 2016. Well, that probably makes him an expert. Taylor was a critic of the Capitol Hill. At least he was a critic of the Occupy protest, the CHOP, and appeared on Hannity to support the father of a 19-year-old black man who was shot and killed in the CHOP zone in June. So, well, good for him. I remember this guy now. So maybe he does know something. But it's weird that they hired a former pimp for $150,000. Anyway, Taylor has previously worked with the city, receiving $100,000 for his nonprofit to host a panel discussion called Conversation in the Streets in 2019, the Seattle Times reported. Quote, me as a black man has the right to be paid for my genius or for whatever my organization can provide, Taylor told KOMO News. Black people as a whole have not been in a place to be compensated for their genius or their work for a very, very long time. Please allow me this aside. Number one, apparently Taylor, the former pimp, has a very high opinion of himself. Good for him. He's confident. He has confidence. But then the second sentence he said here, he said, black people as a whole have not been in a place to be compensated for their genius or their work for a very, very long time. I got to think about that for a second. Hey, I'm a black man. And you guys have been compensating me for my genius for at least a year and a half now. Right? Now let's think about this on a much bigger scale, though. Tyler Perry. Do I need to even have to finish this sentence? Tyler Perry's a billionaire with his own freaking campus studio thing with the theaters and places to do his filming his shit, and just he's a billionaire. I think he's a black person who has been in a place to be compensated for his genius. Oh wait, who's that guy, the head of HUD for the United States of America? What's his name? Hi, GunFox61. Welcome. And thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. How are you doing, man? I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. You can give me an update. You don't have to do it on the stream, though. We'll figure out how to do that later. Ben Carson, that's his name. Remember, he's one of the world's foremost neurosurgeons. I'm pretty sure that he was, or is, a black man, person, whatever, who has been in a place to be compensated for his genius. Hell, even the jackasses that I don't like Sean King. He's a genius at grifting. I think he's being compensated for his genius. By the way, I was watching Hotep's Been Told You last night, or this morning actually, because I was watching the replay, and they were laughing because how Sean King has so many nicknames, and I thought it was funny because, Professor Grift. They should be nicer to Professor Grift, and because he's really T'Chaka. And you shouldn't be treating Blanc Panther like that. But, you know, white Honda forever. Oh my gosh. Yes, he's got to be in the lead for Grifter of the Year award. Yes, Amy and Kinetic. You watch them too. You and I watch a lot of the same people. I see you in a lot of different chats. Yes, Talcomex. I don't know if he, you know, his story is that his mother was a hoe and he says that, you know. Yeah, no, my parents I grew up with, they weren't both my parents. My mom was a hoe and she slept with some black guy. I don't know. I'm not one to judge whether or not he's truly black or not, although his pictures when he was younger, he looked like a white kid. But I see now, here's the thing though. My own children are somewhat black, and yet you would know, especially my daughter. My daughter's very light skinned. She got the Irish stuff. She got all the, I mean, totally the Irish stuff, except for the hair. Her hair's really curly. And in fact, it was weird because my daughter's so white that she's somewhat almost translucent. But the other day, she was walking, or she was somewhere, like shopping or somewhere, and a person who is from Africa said something about her being black. And I'm like, it took her aback because most people don't recognize that she has some Igbo features. And this person from Africa knew just from looking at her that she had African heritage, which was amazing. Chad Kuntmasher. Yes, Martin Luther Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Thurgood Partial. What's some other good ones? There's a whole bunch of them. That dude has so many nicknames. In fact, put your favorite nickname that hasn't already been mentioned in the chat, and we'll just we'll enjoy the ambiance of I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The ambiance of making fun of Sean King. Anyway, what else? Let's see. Where was I? So anyway, this dude, Seattle's paying an ex-pimp $150,000 a year to act as the city street czar to offer alternatives to policing. After protests morphed into the no police allowed Capitol Hill occupied protest, the CHOP. Hello, Voodoo Chili. What's happened? Thurgood Marshmallow. I forgot about that one. That's a good one. Thurgood Marshmallow or Thurgood Partial. That's a new one. Yeah, I saw that one. Professor Grift. I made up Professor Grift. Because they were talking about how he's a grifter. And it was during that time that I think Professor Griff and who's the dude that used to be married to Mariah Carey? Hello, Horrible Gamer. How you doing? Who's the guy that Jeffy Axton? Thank you, Mr. Scott, who says, have you gone to the Minneapolis Autonomous Zone yet? Shout out to Richo and Johnny Hellcat. So there you go. Thank you, Mr. Scott, who shouts out Johnny Hellcat and Richo. Thank you. No, I have not been to the Minneapolis Autonomous Zone yet. I thought about going down there. Just to see what it's all about. And, you know, I'm 6'4", almost 300 pounds. I'm not one of those people who, people like to try to intimidate. And so I don't think I would have any trouble down there, especially if I'm not down there causing trouble. But you know, anytime you get some kind of autonomous, if they would try to like make me pay to walk through there, because they're doing extortion, they're doing all kinds of shit down there. And I'm just thinking maybe I'm just going to avoid it and do something else. Now, you know, the thing is, Lady Boomer's out of town. Lady Boomer's and one of her friends flew out of town for the weekend. So I'm batching it, and I probably could go down there and just, I don't know, take some video or something. But then someone tried to steal my camera, and it's all that shit. Nick Cannon, thank you, Amy in Connecticut. I came up with that name right around that time that Nick Cannon and Professor Griff, formerly of Public Enemy, had that little sit down and Nick Cannon said some pretty questionable shit, you know, and they were talking about it on Hoteps. I told you I came up with Professor Grift, Tupac Sugar. Yes, I forgot about that one too. Sean Bling. I haven't heard that one before either. Let's see what else. Oh gosh, yeah. When the Hotep started talking about Sean King, it's whatever. MC Whiteness. I have not heard that. Alexander Scambleton. I've heard that one too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, the So the president. There are these cities that are. These cities that are not seemingly taking their citizens' safety seriously, the Justice Department is looking at making these, classifying as some kind of an anarchist city. I don't know if there's anything in law that says that you can do that, but Snow J Simpson, Chalka Khan, Shaka Khan, you could call him Chalka Khan too. WEB defraud. Now that's what I've never heard. That's a good one. I have never heard that one. Hewless P. Newton. I heard that one today on that was on Hotep's Who Told You Last Night. Crooker T. Washington. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh boy. Fox 2, are you leaving? Have a good day if you were going. I missed it. I saw somebody saying goodbye to you, so. Oh boy. Holy shit, that is hilarious. All right, so. All right, we already knew that. Oh, yeah, and this is the one that I was going to show this morning. So, Ace calls BLM. His name for them is Burn, Loot, and Murder. Burn, Loot, Murder, Black Lives Matter, pursues and then attacks a driver who just wanted to get home. Yeah, this is that video that we were going to show this morning that I couldn't find. And this poor person, they tried to get through and they chased him down. Just here's the, let's see, I'll see if I can full screen this for you. So this person is trying to get through. They didn't hit anybody, but people are chasing them. And now this truck right here. Watch this scene. This person's just trying to get out of there. So they're driving away. This truck flies up next to them with a bunch of people in it. Oh, there's the helicopter doing this. Okay, I didn't realize that. And they chased him down, and they're going to block him in. Watch this. And the person getting out of the truck fell out of the truck. If you can see it. I don't know if you can tell from this angle. You know, and they're just trying to beat this person up. It's like, just let them go. Fuck's sake. Darius Peters, how you doing? Welcome. If Fred Flintstone knew the big ribs tip over his car, why did he order them every week?
Standing by.
That's a good question. Yeah, look at, I mean, they're beating his car. They're throwing bicycles at the car. I mean, just. And then they finally gets away, drives away.
Wow, Pat and Juan, it just happened so fast. It was right after I finished my report. There was that little white Prius that tried to go through the intersection. They were kind of bumping up against some of the protesters. Just kind of, they definitely weren't trying to.
I just have no words for this shit. Yeah, good answer, Duck Dog, because barbecue is delicious. Anyway, and also a BLM protester in Los Angeles who shut down the road with a large mob got hit by a truck. This is not good. I just don't. Get the fuck out the way. Get out of the street. I don't feel. Look, I don't condone hitting people with cars. But there's a point, if they are beating on your car and they're trying to get you out of the car and they're trying to beat you, you got to get the fuck out. I'm sorry. I'm not sticking around. Sorry. Don't stand in front of my car if people are starting to attack me. I'm not having it. And I feel bad for this person who got hit, but in some ways I don't. I just, let's see. White people have just been threatened with assault and kicked out of the church sanctuary grounds. Almost all press were demanded to leave as well. This is at the Breonna Taylor protests.
Did we say get the fuck out of her? Get the fuck out! All you white motherfuckers leave! All you white motherfuckers leave! You heard what the fuck I said, nigga? I'm gonna beat your ass out real fuck. Get the fuck out of here! Y'all got to fucking go! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
This again, I blame the media. We talked about this morning when HB was here. Was the truck okay? Oh, damn, that's cold. Oh, Chad, that's just awful. And it was so funny too. Jesus. Anyway, all right. So if you're just getting in here, yeah, but the truck driver gave the protester a new job, a hood ornament. Oh, you guys. Oh my God. Okay, you get one of these too, but still. Wow, dude. Wow. Okay, so let's see what else is. Let's check. Scientists discovered how to ferment coffee grounds into 80 proof liquor. Oh my God! Skookum, thank you for sending this to me. What the hell? I might have to. Hang on a second. Let me pull this article up. I've not seen this one. How's it going to fit on the page here? Let's see. Is it going to fit? No, I got to do the full screen. Hang on a second. Scientists discovered how to ferment coffee grounds into 80 proof liquor. By the way, I won't do that anyway. That's just an old joke. Thanks to researchers at a Portuguese university, morning fun doesn't have to end just because the coffee pot is empty. The remnants of your daily pour over are in the capable, jittery hands of scientists who have discovered a way to turn used coffee grounds into a pungent shot of courage. Finding handy uses for spent grounds is nothing new. They contain a healthy dose of nitrogen, which makes an excellent fertilizer for home gardening. I did not know that. I've been dumping them in the garbage. Holy shit. Anyway, they can also, and by the way, I have plants indoors too. They can also be used to marinate meats. I've never heard of that either. Holy shit. Or they can be heated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit to make booze. Yes. Good morning, Hate Camel. How you doing? Did I say hi to Voodoo Chili? Good afternoon. How you doing? Hey, Larry. What's up? To make booze. Okay, so heated the Portuguese scientists went with door number 3 and wrote about the results in the December 2013 issue of Food Science and Technology. What they found was a liquid that looked like coffee, tasted like coffee, smelled like coffee, except this new coffee was 40% alcohol. Hot diggity. I might have to look at that. Like all things coffee, a good brew starts with the grind. Their grounds were acquired at a local coffee roastery. The researchers dried them out completely before heating them in water to 325 degrees. They then extracted the liquid, added sugar and yeast, and let the whole thing ferment. the liquid was then concentrated to produce a higher alcohol content. For those not in the know, there aren't many plants or fruits that humans haven't figured out how to make hooch from. Just ask anyone who's done time in prison. Anybody in the chat done time in prison that could affirm that? Okay, so what you use to make wort, the liquid that comes out of boiling water, whatever it is you're about to turn into alcohol, determines what the final product will be. Barley makes beer, grapes make wine, potatoes make vodka, and so on. Sugars extracted from the wort are consumed by yeast added to the mix. And the waste product is alcohol! Yet humans get drunk from the waste products of microorganisms. Yes, human gets drunk from the waste product of microorganisms. Don't let that stop you. I gotta tell you. Oh, the Hemingway. That's from Black Rifle Coffee. Anyway, fermenting yeast will excrete alcohol until they can no longer survive in that environment, which is usually somewhere between 16 and 17% alcohol. For this new coffee liqueur, or liquor, researchers use Saccharomyces cerevisiae, a yeast commonly used in wines and beer around the world. It's also used in the production of Portuguese port wine, mainly for its ability to create wines between 20 and 25% alcohol. The fermented mixture was then distilled in a lab using similar methods similar to those used by create rum or tequila. Well, you know what? I just might have to try this sometime. I could certainly collect a shit ton of coffee grounds because I drink coffee every day, as you know. If you've been here a while, you know I always have my cup of reparations coffee in the morning. So anyway, very interesting. I'm not going to read the rest of this, but hot damn, we might have to bookmark that bad boy. All right. By the way, this show, like any other show I do in this show and this stream on this channel, is sponsored by you, the viewers of the show. I don't have a name for the show. It's Friday Night Live, I guess. A special edition of Friday Night Live for the 1,000 subscriber special and the breaking news that we talked about earlier. Please share this stream out while you're here, because I'm going to be here a little while. The share arrow's down there somewhere, or it's up here if you're on a mobile, or you can follow me on Twitter. Mine's Gab and Parler, although I only tweeted this out on Twitter today. And hit the like button if you're watching after the fact or watching a replay of this. For whatever reason anyone would watch a replay of this, put a comment in the comment section. And finally, super chats. In the Streamlabs link in the description down below. The show is sponsored by viewers like you. Support the show with your donations and have your super chats read live on the show. You'll become a permanent part of this episode of whatever the hell this is for the 1,000 subscriber special. Throw 1,000 pennies in the jar. That would make me happy. Hello, King Slayer Damocles. I thought it was PDawg's Friday Fun Day. Well, Lady Boomer is out of town, and I just came home to the notification. Not even a notification. I just opened up the thing, and it said 1,003 subscribers, and I'm like, hot diggity, dog diggity, boom, what you do to me, you know? Hello, Mr. Dax. Thank you very much. I see you did a little congratulations thing there, too. So we're just going to be hanging out, and I suppose... people are popping in and out, just wondering why the hell I'm streaming right now, but that's okay. Good afternoon, Lord Stanhope. Fermented and distilled molasses is the best. You know, I would imagine that some combination of the coffee ground and distilled molasses would be pretty damn sweet. No pun intended. Hello, Aka Hashuko. Or no. I'm gonna learn how to say this because you're back. Aka or AKA Hakusho. There, I got it right. AKA Hakusho. Welcome back, and I'm glad you joined me again. Yes, thank you for the congratulations. Midday Sin, what's happening? And hello to you too. Oh, call it the dog pound. Yes, it is the dog pound. It kind of always has been. I just haven't said that very often. But yeah, that's about right. The dog pound. I'd be like Arsenio Hall. Roo, 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 roo. Know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what else is happening. Kraken and Kahlua is very good. Yeah, I love me some Kahlua. Kraken rum. Oh, like together, Kraken and Kahlua. That does sound like it would be pretty good. All right, let's see what else is up here. Mr. Scott. Oh, you did a heart. Okay. Thank you for doing that. And let's see. All right, what else is on the old Twitter machine? By the way, I'm also making this an Ask Me Anything later in the show. Whenever I don't. The problem is The problem is when you do a show like this, when it's just impromptu because you're excited about something that's in the news, or that, or the fact that you finally hit 1,000 subscribers. The problem with that is you don't know when it's going to end, because I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. So at some point during this show, I'm going to say, hey, throw some questions in the chat if you have any, and I'll answer them. I mean, I'm not sure what you don't already know about me. Well, unless you're new. There's some new people here who don't know much about me. So that'd be a good start too. But anyway, 1,003 subscribers. That's fantastic. And I've been on YouTube since 2016, and I didn't really wasn't diligent about making videos and stuff. I do make videos too, by the way. And but it was a year and a half ago when I was at 120 subscribers, I think, when I started doing the Morning Night Live. And so in a year and a half, we've gotten up to 1,000. They say the first 1,000 is the hardest. So we'll just see what happens with this. And I have guests coming on. I know that Bobby Eberle is going to be on the show with me in 2 or 3 weeks. We're working that out. Someone gave me the idea of inviting Styx, Hex, and Hammer 666 on here, who I'd love to have, because talk about a guy who's astute when it comes to the political numbers and all the polls and stuff. He knows so much stuff. In fact, he was one of the few people that I watched in the 2016 election that got every state correct. And so there you go. And yep, I know. Yep, I've seen you, Chad, on HB's different streams, both on YouTube and on D Live. So yes, I a whole bunch of HB people came today. In fact, I have 112 new subscribers today, because I was at 891 when I started the day, and I am now at 1,003. So, Razor Fist too. Some people think that they are the same person, but they're not. I would love to have Razor Fist on too. He got a Twitter suspension recently. I was kind of trying to figure that out. Some other people though that I've been trying to get. I want to do the Hotep and Told You guys together. I've had Hotep Jesus on by himself before. On the day after Thanksgiving, I want to do something called Black Friday. Bring in some different various black conservatives that I've watched over the years. I've been trying to get Conservative Black Patriot on the show. There's a whole bunch of people I'd like to bring on just to chat with, and or just just bend their ear a little bit, see what's going on. All right, let's see here. As I'm going through the Twitter stuff here. Oh my God, why is the KKK trending? Oh, for fuck's sake. Is this something going to piss me off? I'm sure it is. The KKK is trending. Because of something President Trump said. Breaking news. President Donald Trump's $500 billion Black America plan designates the KKK and Antifa as terrorist organizations. Okay, let's see the story from Fox News. Let's see with this. Yeah, he did a plan for Black America today. President Trump's plan for Black America designates the KKK and Antifa as terrorist organizations and calls for making lynching a national hate crime while pledging to increase access to capital in black communities by nearly $500 billion, Fox News has learned. interesting. I'm curious. Okay, let's just read on. The president on Friday is expected to roll out details of what the campaign is calling the Platinum Plan, which details opportunity, security, prosperity, and fairness for the black community. For decades, Democrat politicians like Joe Biden have taken black voters for granted. They made you big promises before every election, and then the moment they got to Washington, they abandoned you and sold you out. The president is expected to say Friday, according to remarks exclusively obtained by Fox News, the Democrats will always take black voters for granted until large numbers of black Americans vote Republican. The president is expected to tout the plan as a bold vision that we can and will achieve over the next 4 years. The president's plans, according to the campaign, will increase access to capital in black communities by almost $500 billion to help create 500,000 new black-owned businesses and help to create 3 million new jobs for the black community. All right, now, let me just let me tell you why I already like the tone of this. And it has to do with something that he was asked in a forum with George Stephanopoulos, which I'm trying to make a video about. But when the president was first elected, now I am not an identity politics person, by the way, but the first thing the president did when he got into office in 2016, the very first people that he had in the Oval Office after he was inaugurated were the presidents of all the historically black colleges and universities. And he went in there, and hello, Lucian Sakar, how you doing? He went in and had them come in, because they would always have to come in and ask for funding every year from whatever administration was in charge. And so he called them in the very first thing. Now remember, Donald Trump doesn't owe the black community, so to speak, the so-named black community, a damn thing. We as a whole, as a demographic, didn't vote for him for the most part. And yet the first people he brought into the Oval Office was the presidents of all the black colleges and universities, gave them funding. And then he tells this story how they came back every year, and they'd have to come back the next year, and he made sure they got their funding, and he came back the next year and they made sure they got their funding. But then he's like, why do you keep coming back? Or no, the second year. Why do you keep coming back to me? Well, because that's what we had to do to get the funding. He's like, well, why don't we just have this be for 10 years so you don't have to come see me? And that's what he did. Now, and as I read the first few sentences of this Platinum Plan that they're talking about in this article, the reason I like this, at least the sound of this so far, is because it's not giving people things, it's not giving them fish, it's teaching people how to fish. You follow me? You're not going to fix anything in so-called black America by just giving black people things, okay? Now, Lyndon Johnson certainly tried to do that, and his famous statement that I'll have these N-bombs voting Democrat for 200 years, right? But that's just giving people things. That's just giving people welfare or these Medicaids or whatever, right? But those programs didn't teach the people how to fish. They just, the safety net became a safety hammock. Whereas things like this, when you give people opportunities that they have to basically learn to fish, so to speak, right? Then that community grows and gets better. And it's one of those things, So that was one of the things. What was the other one? There was another. There are three different things that I was talking about, and now it's blanking my mind. But so when he went with the black presidents of colleges, universities, and made sure they had funding, that is a tangible that people can grow with, because you're funding, money for people to go be educated and move on in their lives. Versus just let's just give reparations to people who might have had slave ancestors 4 or 5 generations ago. Well, that's just giving people money, and then they spend the money, and then what? But you give people opportunity, and in this plan here, the $500 billion in, capital for black-owned businesses. Imagine if the black community was building businesses like other immigrant communities do. Okay, the Indians, the call center Indians, not the casino Indians, who come over here. Yes, they all work on getting educated. They work on building their small businesses and things like that. And that's how you become integrated into society. And in fact, you don't even necessarily have to be integrated into society. You can create businesses where people are patronizing each other. You ever go to an Asian restaurant and everyone in there is working there is Asian, and there's a bunch of Asian people in there who eat too, along with a bunch of white people, black people, and all the other people, because those people are growing a business using an opportunity. I like things that are people can build on, rather than just, here's $500 this month, go do whatever you want to with it. I'd rather have people build something, right? Anyway, let's see. Let's look at this platinum plan. I wasn't planning on doing this today. President Trump's pillars. The first pillar is opportunity. Yes, that's what it should be. By achieving historic employment levels for black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new businesses, President Trump has been committed to ensuring all black Americans can achieve the American dream. And that's something that we're constantly told, not by necessarily the system, but when you talk about things like systemic racism, well, what's the system? What exactly is the system that's holding you down? Well, we have a lot of people in prison, and we have a lot of people failing in high school, and we have a lot of people, who are in poverty, and we have a lot of people who are doing this. So it's the system that did that. No. It's not the system. It's the mindset that the system will never work for you, because there's so many people out there telling you the white man's going to hold you down. And if you start to believe that, then you're saying, well, fuck the system. I'm not even going to try to graduate from high school. So that's why we have low high school graduation rates. There the other day, the CEO of Wells Fargo, hello, thank you, Irate Prostate. Good morning, or good afternoon, by the way. The CEO of Wells Fargo got in trouble because he was talking in this employee forum, and he was saying, one of the reasons they don't have a lot of black people in their management in management is because the talent pool is limited when it comes to African Americans. And he got in trouble. Oh, that's racist, this, that, not, blah, 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 blah. No, that is absolutely true. Because one, we're only 13% of the population, and because so many people believe, so many kids are taught that it doesn't matter if this school doesn't matter to you. You ain't gonna be shit anyway. Imagine. Hang on a second. There's somebody in my house. Let me pause. Oh, could this be my son? Well, hot diggity dog. I'm streaming right now. How you doing, son? Oh, you need my car. My truck. Oh, hey. Excuse me.
We're going to the drive-in.
There you go. Go to the driving range?
Drive in.
Oh, drive in. Oh, okay. All right. See you later. Say hi to, I don't even know what to call him on these streams. What? You can use Mom's car, right? I'd prefer you leave yours. Well, should I leave my keys? Yes. She has a bunch of crap in her car. All right. Okay, back to where I was. Okay, where was I? Oh, Wells Fargo. So we're only 13% of the population. We have too many people who tell our kids, and I'm saying in general, my kids are stellar. I don't even tell my kids. I think my son makes more than I do already. Anyway, but as a community, we tell our kids, oh, you ain't gonna amount to shit. It doesn't matter if you go to school. It doesn't matter to do this, you know. What if those kids were told from the very beginning of life that there is an American dream you can achieve, that you don't have to live in the same place? And a lot of people figure this out. I know a lot of people figure this out. But if they're told that you could be that person that is in that bank, you could be that person working there, you could be that loan officer, you could be this, you could be that, right? Hello, thank you, Sapphire Dragon. And they believed it, because one of the reasons immigrants do so well here is because before they come here, they hear that the streets are paved with gold and that there is an American dream. If you go over there and bust your ass, you can raise your standard, right? Because that doesn't happen in a lot of other countries. If you're born into this caste, so to speak, you will stay in that caste, so to speak. But you go to America, you can do whatever you want, and you can grow, and as long as you work hard and, you know, study and learn whatever, you can do whatever you want, and that's why immigrants believe that. We're not told that. So opportunity is the biggest one that you gotta, it can't just be opportunity, but it's gotta be a way to teach people to believe that the opportunity will be something that is successful for them. So anyway, I'm on a tangent, aren't I? That's a rant. So anyway, the second one is security. By signing into law the celebrated First Step Act, President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to the American people for the first time in decades, while ensuring that our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. That's called law and order. But also, that's a shot at Joe Biden too, because Joe Biden wrote the 1994 crime bill. He is very proud of the fact, or at least he used to be very proud of the fact that he wrote it. And Kamala Harris, let me say it correctly. Kamala Harris, she kind of put a lot of black people in prison for drug possession and shit like that, right? That was her job as the Attorney General of the state of California. The third pillar, prosperity. As the first president to provide long-term funding to historically black colleges and universities, this administration, now, notice the term, long-term funding, because they used to have to come back every year. The very first day, his very first visitors in the Oval Office were the presidents of black colleges and universities. Trump didn't owe black people a thing, because black people did not get Donald Trump elected. But those are the first people he had in his office. He's smarter than he looks. Sometimes. Or he's smarter than he tweets, let's put it that way. But even the tweets, I got a feeling that's a hell of a tool that he uses there to get people to, you know, like when you take a cat, you have a cat, all you cat people, and you have one of those laser pointers, and you take the laser pointer and you put it around the room, and the cat chases the laser pointer. Twitter is Trump's laser pointer, and all these motherfuckers chase it all the time. It's amazing. Prosperity. As the first black president, the first black president. There are some people who are saying Trump's the first black president. That's a joke in Hotep land. Or no, Herschel Walker. Is it Herschel Walker? Somebody said that. I just laughed my ass off when they said that. Check the email, breaking news in PA mask and lockdown. Okay, I will do that, Gunfox. Thank you. As the first president to provide long-term funding to historically black colleges and universities, this administration continues to seek immediate and generational advancement for black Americans. Back in that Wells Fargo thing too, the talent pool is because because we have such a high percentage of people in our demographic that don't even graduate high school. Now, we do have people who go to college, and it's not that we don't have people who are successful. There are plenty of successful people. Jimmy from Philly, what's happening? How you doing? But to say, when we're 13% of the population and these corporations are looking for people to put into management, and we only have a limited number of people who go even through the college system relative to all the other people in this country, of course the talent pool is limited. Also, if anyone would tell any young kid coming up, look, here's the thing. Right now, with my son, I didn't say this specifically, but if you tell a young black kid, look, right now, there are companies out there just fighting their ass off to find people just like you. If you just do well in school, go do this and this and this, and when you get out of college, every damn company in the country is going to be wanting to hire you because they want that diversity. Now, I'm not an identity. It's not about the identity politics, but it's about a mindset. My son, okay. First of all, a lot of these colleges, believe it or not, if you're a smart black kid, they'll pay for your tuition, right? Because they want more, they need more, especially black males. It's, a lot of black women go to college, but black males, if you're a smart black male, it's not that hard to get your college paid for. I mean, my son, it's funny because my son is very smart. I think ridiculously smart. And, the school he was going to was already giving him almost a full tuition scholarship, just based on his grades and his, activity and whatnot. All academic too. But there was also another scholarship he could apply for at that school that they were giving to black kids. That would be the full tuition scholarship, wouldn't pay for the room and board. And he's a mixed race kid, but he's got me as a dad, so he was eligible for the scholarship, right? And so, bam, he got the scholarship. His entire tuition was paid for 4 years. Because they're dying to have more kids like him who are smart they can say, hey, we need this, we're trying to get more of these kids. And college, unless you're in STEM, college is a waste of time. Well, my son was in STEM. He was majored in computer engineering and graduated near the top of his class, and he makes a shit ton of money now his second year out of college, so good for him. Anyway, and whoever said you let him borrow your truck, I trust my son probably more than I do with my truck. He's the most cautious driver I've ever seen. It's kind of weird. When I was his age, I was, trying to do power slides into parking spaces. Now that's not his thing. But anyway, companies are dying to hire minorities. And this Wells Fargo CEO was spot on. The pool is small. We're only 13% of the population. We don't have the highest we have low graduation rates in some areas of the country. There are schools where 90% of the kids don't graduate. High school, not just college, high school. So, and in this forum with the president, they were talking about, Stephanopoulos jumps into this question about something along that lines. He's saying, there's a income disparity between black families and white families and whatnot. Well, first of all, sometimes the income disparities are due to the fact that many black families are headed by a single parent, okay? And two, there's still a higher percentage of black families who don't have people who graduate high school, so they're in lower paying jobs. You can't compare demographics to each other. And it's funny that they always compare people to white families. Hey, how about Asian families? How about Nigerian families? How about Indian families who all make more than white families? Why are we always comparing it to the white people who are like 6 on the list when there's 5 other demographics above white people who make more money? Oh, that's right. It has to be a black and white thing because right now we're trying to stir up the masses to have protests in the streets and have because only black people are killed by police and it's every day and the police are just hunting you down. So we have to make sure we stoke that flame. I hate our media. Finally, the fourth principle here is fairness. As demonstrated through his actions to initiate investment into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reform, President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the black community. Now, no, some people, this is going to be like, right through their ears, right? In one and out the other. But if you think about what he's done, let's see, President's promised to black America over 4 years. 3 million new jobs for the black community. Well, the jobs thing, that, again, he can't promise it to one community, but rising tide lifts all boats, right? Creating 500,000 new black-owned businesses, okay? Increase access to capital in black communities by almost $500 billion. Save urban neighborhoods with highest policing standards. Yeah, they need to work on that. Commit to working on a Second Step Act, continuing on the prison reform. One thing, they could probably just get rid of a bunch of the drug laws. There's, and especially the laws that are left over from the 1994 crime bill. Victimless crimes type stuff. That would be a start. Anyway, access to better education and job training opportunities. That, everyone needs that. Give black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their community. Interesting. These are all items that would be popular with black people too. Bring better and tailored health care to address historic disparities. Immigration policy that protects American jobs. Ding, ding. The bell didn't work. Ding. There you go. Immigration policy that protects American jobs. Advanced. What the hell did that happen? Oh, this is okay. Advanced home ownership opportunities. Enhance financial literacy. Financial literacy is way more important than home ownership. If financial literacy, in fact, it has to be in the opposite order. It has to be enhance financial literacy amongst all young people. There should be a financial literacy requirement to graduate high school because that's, I know they want to teach you all this other crap in high school, but that's one thing that they need to, it almost needs to be a requirement, learning about even just balancing a checkbook and credit. If you can learn that much, it would be a good start for young kids because young kids, especially in households where historically we have not been good with money. Remember, I was a loan officer. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about here. If you just teach kids how to manage their banking and credit, holy shit, would that improve a lot of lives if they actually learned how to do it and did it. And then, they have a whole list of things there. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Anyway, meanwhile, the president is also expected to commit to working on the Second Step Act. Oh, thank you, Chicago Mike, for the $10 super chat. It says, "Congratulations, Marty." Thank you so much, Chicago Mike. You've been around for a long time too, and I appreciate you being a big supporter of the show. Good morning, Kessler. How you doing? Gonna do a call-in, PDawg. I'm not gonna call in. I'm just gonna do a ask me anything in the chat. I was going to do one, but I'll save that for another day. I might do one tomorrow. I might stream again tomorrow. I'm batching it this weekend. The Lady Boomer's out of town. I might just do another morning stream tomorrow before I try to close down the pool that we acquired when we bought this house from a bank. One thing about, okay, so if you're not familiar with my at least my home story. The house that I live in now is a very nice house in a very nice neighborhood, but we got it for really cheap because it was a foreclosed home, and we got it very cheap. And the one feature that it has that I enjoy, but I could have done without, is the fact that we have a pool. And so tomorrow, my project tomorrow is closing the pool. No, I'm not going to fill in a nice garden. We're going to keep it. Well, here's the problem. In my jurisdiction, this is one of those regulation things that kind of screw people over. In my jurisdiction, some places when you fill in a pool, you can just break up the concrete or whatever that's the base of the pool, and you can just fill it in and have dirt over it, right? Not in my jurisdiction. In my particular town, suburb, whatever you want to call it, you have to remove all of the pool plumbing if you're going to fill a pool. So in my town, it almost costs more to remove a pool than it does to install a pool. It's insanity. Anyway, so we're not doing that. Check my email. Yes, I know. I remember to check my email. Okay, so that's interesting. Will that get Trump more votes from the black community? He's already increased, at least poll wise, he's increased his standing. I don't know. It's, who knows? Here, let me get this. Thank you for reminding me, Gun Fox, to check my email. God damn, that's bullshit. I know it is. It is bullshit. All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's talk about Pennsylvania, because they were having this mask issue. Oh God, this is a Newsweek article. Okay, let's see here. Let's see this one. Anything I read in Newsweek, it's such a garbage outlet, but this is just a story, so this might be okay. Judge rules Pennsylvania's new normal pandemic restrictions are unconstitutional. Way to go! Sides with small businesses. Hey! A federal judge on Monday ruled Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf's executive actions to close or restrict non-life sustaining businesses during the coronavirus pandemic are unconstitutional. I might have read this already. Oh, the PA judge really dropped today. Oh, okay. Why does this say 9/14? This is 9/14. Okay, hang on. Well, we'll get to that. Well, wait. Is that the wrong? Do I have the wrong article, Gun Fox? Or did the judgment just get filed today? Now I got to find out. Here, where'd my email go? Oh. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say in here now. So the ruling just dropped today. I'm not really sure. Oh, filed. Okay, so it did get filed today. Yeah. So anyway, that is good news though, that judge said, "Hey, fuck this shit." This is, I got a feeling it would seem the courts would knock down a lot of this stuff. I don't know how they can justify some of these rulings. And we saw that thing in Market Watch, the Market Watch magazine or whatever, saying that they were talking about doing shutdowns because of global warming, which I think you would have riots from a completely different subset of the country. Maybe, or in addition to, if that happened. Okay, so a lot of people are talking about on Twitter about Trump's plan for Black America. Making lynching a national hate crime. Is there an epidemic of lynchings going on? See, that's one of those silly ones that they were fighting to have that. Lynching is murder. And I don't know how much more of a charge you could have for murder than they already have, but whatever. It's symbolic. This is interesting. Melissa Tate tweeted this. When President Trump unveils a $500 billion Black America plan that designates Antifa and the KKK as terrorist organizations and creates 500,000 black businesses, yes, there are plenty of Black Trump supporters. But it's not still 90% of Black Americans vote for Democrats. Although I got a feeling that maybe Black support is growing, even if a small amount, and a small amount would not be good for Joe Biden. And we already know that for whatever reason, Trump's Hispanic support has grown significantly since 2016. So I'm going to figure. A lot of people talking. I'm on that. No wonder I'm on the. Oh, that's funny. This is Olivia Rondo. She's one of my people I follow on Twitter. She's a young gal. She's a real smart young gal. I really like her. Here's her thread on this. Trump has declared the KKK a terrorist organization. Not Obama. Obama didn't do that. Trump is making Juneteenth a federal holiday. Not Obama. All the cons who whined and cried about Juneteenth this year are going to be pissed. Well, yeah, some people were like that. I'm sorry, but you already have a month. Juneteenth isn't a thing. Actually, Juneteenth is a thing. It's an interesting holiday. I didn't know he was trying to make that a national holiday, though. And it's a significant event in American history, even if it's not a federal holiday. Making it a national holiday without federal whatever is significant. It's when people figured out that slavery had ended, and it is a state holiday in the state of Texas and Oklahoma. So anyway, let's see what else is. Let me see what else is trending here. Not trending. Other news that's going on. Let's go to the Explore tab. I sort of pity the KKK. They might act normal if they stop drinking and snorting meth. Oh, Ron Paul was hospitalized today. Did you all hear that? The retired congressman and former presidential candidate said that he's doing fine on Friday after he was sent to the hospital after suffering an apparent medical emergency during a live stream interview. Ron Paul is a fascinating figure in recent American history. Ran for president, the father of Dr. I almost said father of Dr. RuPaul, but that's not quite it. Rand Paul. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, kudos and wishing good health on Ron Paul. Let's see. Oh, good Lord. There's some. Oh, Governor DeSantis in Florida lifts COVID-19 restrictions on businesses statewide as Florida nears Fort. Now and here it is. Here's how Twitter does it. Still laughing at RuPaul. Here's how Twitter does it. As Florida nears 14,000 deaths linked to the COVID-19 pandemic, DeSantis has cleared the way for bars and restaurants throughout the state to operate at full capacity, though the number of new daily cases have declined since July. Experts are warning that lifting of measures may be premature. And then the AP also said that. See, 14,000 died. You know what? You know how many deaths was it? There was a period a couple weeks ago where, they were averaging X number of deaths, and it was like they had one coronavirus death. Bearcock, what's happening? I didn't even see you come in. Welcome back. Welcome to the show, and it's with a $5 super chat. Bearcock says, congratulations, and keep up the hard work. Well, I absolutely plan on doing that. I have so much fun this whole streaming thing, and hopefully I'm entertaining enough to keep people watching, and apparently I'm okay in that department. All right, so good for Florida Governor DeSantis. Remember, unlike New York City or New York, DeSantis didn't send people into nursing homes with coronavirus and didn't kill off a bunch of old people. And really, honestly, the death rate for people under 25 is something like 0.003%. And then you get up to in the 50s, it's 0.0. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's, people are getting it. We're finding more people have had it. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, it's interesting that the way they did this, though, when on trending, because Twitter, curates their trending. The KKK is trending. Now, granted, people are going to click that thinking, oh my God, what did they do? Just like I did. And so it's, I think it's good that that's why it's trending. So anyway, Chad Kuntmaster, have a great day. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you, and welcome as a new subscriber to the Morning Night Live and the PDawg Knight channel. And also, someone named Cool Deck has just subscribed. If you're here, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. All right, what else is in the news? Trump intends to nominate Amy Coney Barrett. Now this is fascinating that they're announcing this, because Trump hasn't announced who he's going to nominate. And people are already buzzing because apparently she had a couple decisions in the lower courts where she voted against abortion. And so people are already trying to drag her for that. Anyway, President Donald Trump intends to choose Amy Coney Barrett to fill a Supreme Court vacancy left by Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, according to reports by CNN, CBS News, the New York Times, and other outlets. Which I think I'm wondering if this is a Trump head fake. And he's going to go with Barbara Lagoa or somebody else. Although I don't know that he ever met with Barbara Lagoa. I think she would be the smarter pick just from a put the Democrats in a box standpoint, because they voted for her she was nominated in her current position. She was approved 80 to 12 with 8 people not voting. She is a daughter of immigrants. He would force them to vote against a minority daughter of immigrants who's living the American dream. But anyway, let's see. So CNN breaking news: President Trump intends to choose Amy Coney Barrett to be the new Supreme Court Justice. Multiple senior GOP sources with knowledge of the process say, I want to know which of these outlets reported this first, because they just all report off each other's shit, and half the time when they do that, they get it wrong. So I don't know. We'll see what really happens here. Siraj Hashmi says, obviously waiting on the official announcement, but the odds-on favorite has always been Amy Coney Barrett. No surprise there. This is the woman, though. Here's Kate Smith. Now, this is a reporter from, I believe, CBS News. And here's her thread. We're going to I wanted to go through her thread. Thank you, Andrew! Or Andrashu. Or I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'd just say Andro. Andro, thank you for the congratulations message there. Take it easy, Chad. We'll see you later. All right. So here's the thread that I wanted to read regarding Amy Coney Barrett. Here's everything we know about Amy Coney Barrett's judicial abortion record, because that's the only thing that's important. That is the absolute only thing that's important to some people. Unlike other SCOTUS shortlisters, Barrett offers a clear judicial record siding with regulations that restrict access to abortion. Barrett has 3 years of experience as a federal judge serving on the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals since 2017. In those 3 years, Barrett has already ruled on 2 abortion-related cases, both times favoring restrictions on access to abortion. Here's more on those cases. Box. I'm sorry. I am so fucking childish sometimes. Box versus Planned Parenthood. Barrett joined the dissenters who favored an Indiana law that would have required doctors to notify parents of a minor seeking an abortion. Unlike parental notification laws in other states, Indiana's didn't include a judicial bypass provision. Thank you, GunFox61. I'll check that out too. Indiana Department of Health versus Planned Parenthood. Barrett favored a rehearing of 2 state laws, one that regulated the fetal remains from abortion procedures, and another that would have banned abortions due to sex, race, or disability, including life-threatening conditions. Hello, David McDowell. How you doing? I've been at the mall near Bethlehem. Yeah, we'll check out that in a second here. Barrett. Okay, and then following the death of RBG, the fate of Roe versus Wade is in jeopardy. Unlike Trump's previous SCOTUS picks, this one will shift the balance of the court to 6-3. Now, I don't know if that is true, but it doesn't necessarily say anything about the fate of the legality of abortion, just Roe versus Wade. But here's the thing. John Roberts has already declined Roberts and Kavanaugh both have declined to take on cases. They've already had indications that they're not interested in overturning Roe versus Wade. So even if it is a 6-3 court with a new justice, that would still be a 5-4 against overturning Roe versus Wade. Yes, the TDS is absolutely real. Then she goes on to say, with 17 abortion cases a step away from SCOTUS, it is likely the new court will look at abortion rights soon. Multiple studies show that Americans want abortion to be legal. More than 2/3 of Americans believe abortion should be legal in all or most cases, the highest support in more than 20 years per Pew Research. 12% believe the procedure should be illegal in all cases. Well, here's the thing. Any Roe versus Wade does not make abortion illegal at all. That would require state laws are what would determine whether or not abortion is legal in those states. Now, are there states that might restrict abortion a lot more than it is now? It's possible. It does not. Roe versus Wade is not what makes abortion legal. State laws do that. Anyway, then she says, a note on Roe versus Wade in light of Amy Coney Barrett's likely nomination. Reversing Roe doesn't outlaw abortion. Oh, there you go. It leaves it to states. That means the patient's ability to access abortion will be determined by where they live and if they have the resources to travel to get one. And my friend JTLL says, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Okay. Let's see if we can get some of this breaking news in Pennsylvania. Thank you, GunFox61, for bringing that to my attention. Let's see. Here's what we can find out. If it's in the news, let's try this. Let's go to the news tab. If not, I'll just look it up the conventional way. But let's check the news tab here. FBI. Okay, hang on. Let's see if it's in trending yet or in the news thing. Here, what's the? Let's see. Let me look. What's it? Lehigh Valley Mall. Let's do this. Lehigh Valley. Late High? Let's go Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Active shooter situation at the Lehigh Valley Mall. PD on the scene, clearing the mall. 250 Lehigh Valley Mall. Road. Let's go. Maybe go active shooter. Here, we'll do Lehigh Valley Mall. Copy. Breaking. Police investigating reports of an active shooter at Lehigh Valley Mall. This is McCall.com. Come on, computer. Come on, baby. Come on, work for me. Work with me. WFMZ just reported. No victims in Lehigh Valley Mall shooting as police review video to make sense of the chaotic scene. Shortly before... is that on the screen here? Sorry, guys. We'll put it on the full screen so you can see it a little better. Shortly before 5 p.m. Saturday, shoppers and workers at Lehigh Valley Mall scrambled for cover or darted for the doors after hearing several shots fired in short succession. Everyone on all levels started running, said Angelica Williams, who works at the Cinnabon on the second level. It was a massive horde. Reports of 4 shots fired in the lower level of Lehigh Valley Mall brought a massive police response to the White House Township Shopping Center around 4:57 p.m. Eastern Time, so that was just a few hours ago. 3 hours later, Whitehall Township Police Chief Michael Marks told reporters that the shots were fired in the lower level by Model Sporting Goods, but that police did not find anyone shot. No arrests have been made at that time. Police are reviewing security camera footage to try to make sense of the chaotic scene. Marks said anyone who witnessed the shooting or anyone with footage from inside the mall during the shooting is asked to contact Whitehall Township Police at that phone number there. So fortunately, they say there's no one was... looks like no one's been shot. The mall was evacuated before 8 p.m. news conference. 8 p.m. Oh, well, yeah, it's almost 8 p.m. now. The mall was evacuated before the 8 p.m. news conference. So here's the news. Here's the police talking about it. How long is this? We'll see how long it is. We'll just catch a couple seconds if we can. Or maybe not, depending on how this works. There was a shooting 5 days ago. There was another shooting today. Okay, we're not going to wait for that. Original reports to 911 were for an active shooter at JCPenney. Police arrived to find the store in lockdown. The doors... Oh, here we go. Or not. Nah, we're not going to. I'm not going to do that. All right, so that's the update that they have found no one shot, so they're trying to figure out what exactly happened there. Oh, here's someone... Oh, this is interesting. Okay, that looks like just the police coming in. And someone here saying, well, I was almost shot at the Lehigh Valley Mall, was over by the stairs by the JCPenney and heard 4 loud bangs. I never ran so fast in my life. Hope everyone's okay. And the shooter's taken away. Again, they don't... There's no victims right now, so they're not sure. Thank you, Atheist Icon. Welcome to the show, the impromptu show, and I appreciate your well wishes. All right, let's see what else we can find, and anything else going on here in the news tab. Let's see. These are FBI agent involved in Michael Flynn case. Had doubts about the inquiry, new documents revealed. We just read something about that. Oh, now NPR's? So now some of the mainstream media news places are starting to report this. A document released this week revealed that FBI agent William Barnett expressed concerns about the investigation into former White House National Security Advisor Michael Flynn during a recent interview with the Justice Department. Barnett, who served on Special Counsel Robert Mueller's team, called the probe unclear and disorganized, according to DOJ records. Just before midnight this is Fed's FBI agents griped about Flynn probe. Just before midnight last night, Justice Department made unusual public filing airing more grievances from inside the Mueller probe, and FBI agents' complaints that the initial inquiry into Michael Flynn was based on weak evidence. Oh, you think? Ha! Yeah, no doubt. Let's see the Politico article here. Jeez, they're so stupid. Let's see. The mall sees some that mall sees a lot of drug activity. Oh, that's great. FBI airs FBI agents' gripes about Flynn probe. An FBI agent formerly assigned to Special Counsel Robert Mueller's office told Justice Department investigators last week that he believed Lieutenant General Michael Flynn lied to the Bureau to save his job as President Trump's national security advisor rather than to cover up a nefarious relationship between Trump and Russia. The 13-page summary of an interview with Flynn's case agent William Barnett, made public in a court filing by prosecutors just before midnight Thursday, also revealed that the veteran agent harbored deep doubts and skepticism about the merits of the investigation into Flynn's potential ties with Russia, at least in its early stages, and questioned the Mueller team's tactics in the broader probe of the Trump campaign's contacts with Russians known as Crossfire Hurricane. Though Barnett said he repeatedly expressed these doubts to colleagues and superiors and says he feared groupthink and a get Trump attitude was driving the investigation forward. Oh, with Andrew Weissman involved, you think? He continued to be included in the work of Mueller's attorneys during sensitive interviews. The interview report says that while Barnett viewed the investigative steps taken as legally justified, the so-called predication or factual basis for the probe into Flynn was not great. Thank you, Gabriel Verleen, and welcome. Barnett said his view of the overall Trump-Russia probe was that it was based on a supposition upon supposition, as in also known as bullshit. The official public release of such candid assessments from inside a federal investigative team is extraordinarily rare, although it is now becoming commonplace in connection with the Flynn case, because transparency is a beautiful thing. In submitting the Barnett interviews, the U.S. District Court Judge U.S. District Court Judge Emmett Sullivan, the prosecutors indicated they believe Barnett's account buttresses the highly unusual and controversial decision Attorney General William Barr made in May to abandon the false statement charge Flynn pleaded guilty to in 2017 as a part of a plea deal with Mueller's office. What? Wait, what? What, Gunfox? Oh, I'm wondering what's going on. Anyway, the release of Barnett's since both the government and Flynn want the case dismissed, a former judge appointed by Sullivan as a friend of the court is scheduled to argue in favor of leaving Flynn's guilty plea in place and proceeding to sentence him on the charge. That is just insanity. The judge has no business bringing anybody in to do anything. Anyway, we're not going to go on that. You know that story. We all know that story. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Let's we're going to change tax here in a moment. Yes, former CDC director predicts close to 1 million dead with herd mentality. As in herd immunity. Former CDC director. Do I even bother? The former CDC director, Tom Frieden, oh my God, he's an Obama crony, told Face the Nation that most likely estimate is that herd immunity would require about 60% natural or vaccine-induced immunity or more, despite Trump claiming COVID-19 would disappear entirely with herd immunity. Yes, it's all right. That's his opinion, and I'll let him have it. Climate strikes are taking place around the world. Oh, great. Great. Climate strikes are taking place around the world. Why? Let's find out. Over 3,000 climate crisis demonstrations are being held across the world on Friday, from Sweden to Germany to South Africa and beyond. The protests, spurred by Fridays for Future, the school strike movement started by Greta Thunberg, are demanding urgent action to halt catastrophic climate change.
How dare you?
Okay. Because something else to scare everybody with. Makes my head hurt. All right. Oh, and social causes. Black lawyers' experience of being mistaken for a defendant highlights prejudice in the court system. Or just bad assumptions. All right, that's all we're gonna do for that. That's good. All right, let's do this. Let's do. I was gonna say we're gonna do a little Ask Me Anything here, and we can do that. You can throw some if you want to throw some questions in the chat as I peruse. Just we'll do just some random stuff on Twitter now. As I'm waiting for questions, if you have questions, throw them in the chat. This is the Ask Me Anything portion for Dawg Knight. As far as the wait, what? Oh, you are gonna have your appendix out. You're gonna lose a week of work. Stupid appendix. That sucks. You know, I went through that when I was 15. And so I basically lost a work of school. There's a whole lot of difference between doing it when you're 15 than when you're in your adult years. So best of luck to you, sir, and just hope it all goes well. Agent Hotep says, Dems better watch out. If you start attacking Amy Coney Barrett because of her Christian beliefs, you could lose the black church vote, the most consistent voting demographic in the black community. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, they're already ready to attack her. Shout out to Dianne Feinstein, whose incompetence elevated Amy Coney Barrett from obscure judicial nominee to Christian rights celebrity and likely Scottish justice. Oh, the TDS people are they're heated. They are heated. Because Amy Coney Barrett had that questioning from Dianne Feinstein, and you know what? Listen. Amy Coney Barrett has been on the list of possible nominees long before Dianne Feinstein said a word to her. So just shut the hell up. And good morning, good afternoon, 20th Century Fox. How you doing? Close to 40. Oh, I'm not young anymore. Yeah, and the fortunate thing is it's a very common procedure, and it's not necessarily even at 40, it's not necessarily a dangerous procedure. It's just a pain. I was going to say pain in the ass, but it's a pain in the side, and it's not one of those quick recovery ones like some orthopedic things are. It's one where you're going to be sore for a while. And anyway, first question in the Ask Me Anything. PDawg, have you ever done kung fu? The facial hair is leading me there. No, but I used to watch a lot of kung fu movies when I was in my formative years, because Bruce Lee was the shit back when I was a kid. And so Bruce, in fact, Enter the Dragon, is it Enter the Dragon where he fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I thought that was, or no, that was not Enter, it was the other one. Anyway, that was like one of my favorite movies. And, you know, that was back when you always saw movies in the movie theaters, and I went and saw that several times. PDawg, what do you think of people who see and hear news stories but then believe the exact opposite from listening to CNN or MSNBC? Wait, what do you think of people who see and hear news stories but then believe the exact opposite from listening to CNN? Well, I'm very disappointed at the direction our news organizations have gone. And it's not just CNN or MSNBC. Right now, it seems like all the news organizations are activists. And so, you know, you can get, you're more likely to be able to, you know, if you haven't been here for a while, most of the people who have been here for a while know that I have a 3 to 5 day rules on the most sensational stories, where I really just don't want to form an opinion about them until I've got at least 3 to 5 days of actual details, because most people, at least, I take my nephew, for example, who watches nothing but MSNBC for news, and everything on MSNBC is gospel. And I'm like, you know, there's other places where there's other information about that topic you're talking about that may contradict or at least even bend the reality that you seem to have by just watching it on MSNBC. And it's just getting that through to him is not easy. So unfortunately, it's the nature of people. They want to get their news snippet as fast as they can. They don't want to do research. That's why headlines on Twitter from the Hill can sometimes cause a story to go viral. And if you read the story, then you're like, oh, wait a minute. It says right here in the 17th paragraph of the story that what you just said is wrong. Headlines are everything. People are just want we're in the microwave society. Everyone wants everything right now. So, I don't know what to think of them other than I wish they'd, I hate this phrase, but I'm going to use it. I wish you need to educate yourself. Anyway, all right, moving on. Thank you, Katie the Skate. I appreciate your congratulations. I see you there lurking because I'm using my phone and the connection sucks. Well, that's too bad. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Marty, plus no, I move heavy lifting. Oh, no, and moving stuff. Yeah, see, that sucks. See, if I had my appendix out now, it'd be a while before I'd be able to work at UPS again. Because he lifts stuff all the time. I have a ton of, I'll drop a ton of news and Marty's email. Yeah. See, you'll have, Gunfox sends me a lot of news stories, and he'll have a lot more time to do that. And I don't, oh boy. Have more than one hobby while you're on your back, Gunfox. Anyway, thank you, Marsupial Gamer. Welcome, and thank you for the congratulations. So right now we're in the Ask Me Anything phase. I'm taking questions in the chat and just randomly going through things on Twitter and scrolling to Twitter and seeing what's on here. So let's see. Oh, happy holidays, something I heard a lot today. I don't know what that means. Mulder, let's see. Thank you, Paula. Someone here says the KKK isn't a factor anymore. They split up and became cops, government officials, various white militia, doctors, abortion agencies, etc. Oh, for fuck's sake. And my friend Sonny says, facts. That's why I don't know why we're even talking about the KKK. Most of the open members are just bums that play in the woods on weekends. They're not, I agree, they're not a factor anymore. Amy in Connecticut asks, do you do a fall vegetable garden? No, we don't. We still have a tomato plant that's producing a ton of tomatoes, and then we also have, our pepper plants are still producing, and then we've replaced some of our pots with mums, and we have one big giant pot of mums, and also all of our sedum have turned pink and red. So that's I'm a perennial garden person. I don't really do a lot of annuals or vegetables or anything. All our we did split a bunch of hostas a couple weekends ago because we had a bunch of blank spaces where we started a hosta garden. So there you go. And peppers and eggplants are still going strong, but the tomatoes are done. Yeah, my tomatoes are still producing, although the plants themselves are turning brown, but the tomatoes are all ripening, and we're going to pull them out. Marty, are you going to set up a greenhouse? No interest in doing that. I'm not that into it. I just like how the garden looks over the summer, and I've worked hard to make sure there's something blooming at all times. So the perennial garden and the hosta gardens are pretty much it. Although my wife likes to plant, like she has herbs, she does pots with herbs and tomato. She's the tomatoes, the peppers, the herbs, and stuff like that. She even did some lettuce this year, but we planted these 5 some kind of lettuce in one, long pot, and they grew so big that we couldn't even keep up. If you're gonna plant, like, it's not decorative lettuce, but it's whatever, make sure you're ready to eat a lot of lettuce. Anyway, let's see. The KKK changed their name to Antifa, BLM, and the Democrat Party. Yeah, sort of. Let's see. What else we got here? We showed you the Joe Biden clip earlier. At least Ron Paul's people had the decency to cut the feed. They just keep wheeling Joe out there. Yeah, well, this is actually an older clip that they've been where they've been putting out of Joe saying, "Clap, you something bastards." Night lads, congrats PDawg, you deserve it. Well, thank you, Lord Stanhope, and you have a good evening. Jimmy Philly, PDawg, how long did it take you to get to 1,000 subs? Well, in the immortal words of Joe Biden, here's the deal. I started on YouTube, I want to say July of 2016. But I never had a real schedule for making videos. I kind of dabbled making videos here and there. And so I really didn't really dedicate to it too much. The actual, thank you, Mr. Scott, I'll get to that in a moment. My actual growing the channel didn't start until a year and a half ago. So when I started doing the Morning Night Live on a regular basis, Monday through Friday, and then sprinkling videos in here and there, that actually started in, I think, February just of not 2019, 2019. Yeah, because I had my year anniversary in February. So it's taken me, and I was at 126 subs. So from 2016 to 2019, I pretty much only grew my channel to 126 subs. And so between February 2019 and now, that's when basically I've done all the channel growth. And a lot of it is just, I have so much fun doing this, but I've been doing this to a crowd of roughly 30 people every day for the last year. Because, 30 really regular people who show up, and then it's grown to 60 in the last few months. And then I did have 100 come into the show the last time HB was a guest on the show. Today, the peak number of viewers concurrent today was 204. So that's really exciting, especially for a channel that had less than 1,000 subs, just to have that happen. But I average probably 50 or 60 a day up until the last week, and we'll see how it goes now that we have 100 people sub today. 100, and I don't even know where it's at now. So so that's how long that took. All right, moving on. Oh, thank you, Mr. Scott, with the $2 super chat, who says, thinking about starting a channel. My cousin teaches their kids critical race theory. Oh my God. And white guilt. He seems open to conversations. I would like to get black conservatives like you to have a conversation with him on a live stream just to see where it goes. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I've thought about too. I'm going to have some people on my guest series, which is going to be mostly on Fridays. I'm going to be inviting a lot of different people, and hopefully some people who actually disagree with me on a lot of stuff come and watch. I would love that. It's funny. I have a friendly relationship with, if you know who Christiosity is, she was one of the Christy Winters clan people. Don't say not clan that way, but just that group of people. And I have a friendly relationship with her. I think she's actually a very nice person, and I have a lot of respect for her, even though we don't agree on a damn thing. Same thing with Sophane. I have a friendly relationship with Sophane. We don't agree on a damn thing, but I have a friendly relationship just because I treat them with respect and they treat me with respect. And sometimes you don't have to be agree with people if you're agreeable, and I am agreeable. But as far as that goes, Mr. Scott, I absolutely would love to talk about that. I'm not a student of it. I know enough about it to be dangerous, and I know why I think it's a terrible idea to teach kids that. And it matters. It's interesting because I don't know anyone's race that I talk to, but I really the white guilt thing, I'm assuming they're white, and I need to tell them to stop that shit. That doesn't help me at all. Your white guilt doesn't help me at all. If you have that. So thank you, Mr. Scott. Super chats can done through Streamlabs in the description down below. Let's see. Am I just to make sure I'm not missing any questions here? Let's see. Okay, I'm good for now. Mr. Case Show, how you doing? Welcome. I'm still streaming. I didn't see you pop in, so I did now. Let's see. As we're still scrolling through Twitter, fraud alert. What? I just learned there are no absentee ballots in New Jersey. Only mail-in. They made one nice, neat means to steal our votes. Murphy is a fascist who needs to be gone in 2021. Interesting. If you can get your vote counted. Oh, interesting. PDawg, I have an unfriendly relationship with Pac-Man. Oh, that's right. You do all the letters to Pac-Man, and he actually's read a couple of yours. I've seen those episodes with HB. PDawg, I have an unfriendly relationship with Pac-Man. He dogs me to his audience, and HB covers the call and dogs his audience. Yeah, I that's right. You're that Jimmy in Philly. Oh, the fact that Pac-Man, I love when he reads your letters. I also appreciate when HB covers the calls. So yeah, kudos, sir. You get a bell just for that. All right. Let's see. Anything else down here? I'm sorry, but there are some beautiful Jewish funeral songs out there, so I simply can't understand why they use Bach's Toccata and Fugue in D minor, which for 100 years now has been associated with the macabre and the occult. Somebody explain this. So this is the procession, I believe, is it Ruth Bader Ginsburg's funeral? She's lying in state right now. Let me see this. Seems like a strange choice of music. Rosie's Creepy Funeral. They changed the band's name to that. Okay, I don't know why they're doing that. Anyway, Ted Cruz, Dem operatives opening salvo at Judge Barrett, attacking her young children. This is twisted. Leave the kids alone. So this is some of the reaction to Judge Amy Barrett. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have that on the screen while I did that. That was weird. I would love to know which adoption agency Amy Cohen Barrett and her husband used to adopt the 2 children they brought here from Haiti. Why? What fucking business is that of yours? Good Lord. Here's that. This was the tweet I was doing before. Election official in Fairfax County, Virginia estimates that up to 1,000 voters received an extra mail-in ballot. Yes! Way to go, Fairfax, Virginia. Good Lord. Yeah, Jimmy from Philly, you're a legend. Hello, Jim Jones. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Okay, should play AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Oh, damn. That's cold. Select a boy. I didn't. Oh, yeah. What's up, man? I can't believe I didn't notice you. Actually, I saw you were here earlier and I didn't acknowledge you. So now I am. What's up, Select a boy? Let's see. If you're wondering about the global warming narrative, then this thread is for you. I believe it's a scam right up there with the pandemic and so many globalist schemes to enrich themselves and control others. Oh, this is a thread that'll probably get ripped off of Twitter. Unprecedented spring snow hits parts of Australia as regions suffer their coldest September temperatures ever recorded. What? In Australia? Does it even normally snow in Australia? Does they get snow in Australia in some parts or no? Marty, hit me up on Discord so I can set up your Discord. Yes. Oh, you know what? That's going to be your project while you're in bed. I hope you have a laptop, Gunfax, that you can just sit there and okay. Gunfox 61. I'm going to commit. Yes, Lindsay, I am listening to Gunny. I am going to commit, and we'll set up that damn Discord that you've been talking about. It's been on the back burner, but again, I just, anyway, we've talked about it. We'll get it going. We will get it going. I guess this is David Burge, Iowa Hawk blog. What is this reference to? Let's see. Spotify employees are now allegedly planning a full-blown strike if the company refuses to censor Joe Rogan's content. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's according to Barstool Sports. So David Burge says, I wish them well in their new career. You know what? How much did they just spend to get Joe Rogan to come to Spotify? And they want to censor Joe Rogan's content. Why? Joe Rogan is so milquetoast, innocuous content. He continues, there's delusion, and then there's the delusion of 23-year-olds straight out of Oberlin HR interns who think the righteous power of their pouts will force a publicly traded company to muzzle a guy who just added $1 billion of market capital. Right on, Dave Burge. Well, on one hand, we could censor Rogan, which would cause him to walk away with $100 million and sue us for breach of contract, causing an 8% drop in stock price, and a shareholder lawsuit. On the other hand, if we don't, we risk hurting Brianna's feelings. Looks like a job for the Bobs. I guess it's kind of hard understanding how the world works when you don't even understand how an off button works. Oh, David Burge is the greatest. He doesn't get on rants like that often. Oh, I know it's kind of upsetting that some people like pizza with pineapple on it, but look both ways. Nobody is forcing you to eat it. Oh, and he goes, Sean, what's happening? Welcome to my 1,000 subscriber special on the Friday Night Live special edition. Holy shit. David Burge is awesome. He used to write, it was Iowa Hawk blog. He used to blog, and I used to follow him on there and whatever. Where's Hunter? Where's the real Hunter? Let's see. White House Chief of Staff knocks FBI director over testimony on election fraud. Not surprising. Target. That's a promoted. Okay, who cares? Sometimes scrolling on. Oh, what? Here's what Antifa's entrenched. Oh, this is good. Hang on. Stop. Pause. How can I pause this? Pause. I want to see this in its glory. Hang on a second. We're going to do this. We're going to expand it. And we're going to put it full screen for your viewing pleasure with full sound. Here we go. Is this what Antifa's intense training looks like? Let's find out what this is. This is about a minute long. Oh, there's no sound. Okay, they're pouring gas on his shoes and down the rock, and he has a skateboard. Oh, good Lord. Oh, and they light his pants on fire. Oh, but it doesn't feel good. Stop, drop, and roll. No, stop, drop, and roll. Dude, don't run around. Stop, drop, and roll. He take the pants off. He's getting them. Oh, they got him out. He got him out. Nope, they're still on fire. Wait a minute. He's still trying to get him off. And, okay. Oh, they're still on fire. Oh, now the other idiot is. Oh, no. Just smother it, you dumbass. Oh my God, he can't get him. His shoe's still on fire. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, they're idiots. Welcome to, is this what Antifa intense training look like? I'm sure that is. Let's see if we can find anything else funny on Twitter. Oh, here, hang on. Let's, how long have I been streaming, by the way? Oh, 2.5 hours. Holy shit. All right. And 62 likes. So a lot of people have been popping in and out. Let's, take a quick look at I'm going to check my, my DM here, or my notifications and a DM. Thank you, everyone. If you're one of the people who've been saying who's been congratulating me on Twitter, I haven't gotten to those yet, but a lot of you have done that. A couple of you shared the stream, so thank you so much. And great. Oh, I love this picture. Oh, wait a minute, Gamer Valine, are you still here? I'm curious because I see this picture you sent me of your pooch. Now, if you're not familiar with the show, Gamer Valine, sometimes there's a couple of people who on the show, for some reason, my voice is very soothing to pets, and I'm not sure why. But this pup right here with the Cornhusker kerchief, that is the Nebraska N, and you all know what the N in the helmets at the University of Nebraska stand for, knowledge. But anyway, I am from Nebraska, and that joke has been told to me so many times. But your pooch has a Nebraska scarf on. What's up, Gamer Valine? Are you still here? We're already breaking news. CBS. Okay. Uh-oh. Is this actual breaking news? Did Trump... Oh, Trump is expected to nominate Amy. We went through that already, Gunfox. We talked about that at length. You must have stepped out for a bit because I talked about the Amy Comey Barrett thing, and they're dragging her. They're dragging her all over the place. Oh, I was gonna check. Someone did me a DM too. Is this a story or what is this? Righteously short notice, but Satsu just had to bow out for the night. Would you like to be free to come on the show? Well, funny you should mention that, Scribe. I am. You should. So I'm going to be on Lords of the Night tonight, too. Hey, I'm going to be streaming the whole entire freaking day. Hang on, we'll pause here because I got questions coming. It's funny you should ask. I would love to. I'm not very good on formatted shows. Sometimes I go all drunken uncle and just start interrupting everybody, but I've learned when I've gone on the Lords of the Night, I have been able to temper my enthusiasm. See, I do a show where I talk the whole time by myself. So even today when I had HB on, I had to remind myself, hey, I need to make sure HB is involved. And he was great. I always appreciate when he comes on the show. But on Lords of the Night, it's a formatted show, and I sometimes go on tangents. But, we'll see. All right, Jimmy and Philly asked me here, PDawg, have you been guilty of liking your own videos on your channel? Because I've been doing that on mine, LOL. I have... Not on purpose. I think one time I hit the like button on my own video, and it was because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and then I realized, oh shit, that's my video. But no, I don't do that. I just let the likes and dislikes fall where they may. It's funny because I rarely get dislikes on my video. I mean, it's very rare. The only one that I remember that I had several dislikes was I did one of my streams for the Morning Night Live. The main topic was about Candace Owens, and the title was The Trouble with Candace, and I was reading an article by a woman who's not a fan of Candace but doesn't necessarily hate Candace, just talking about how Candace could do better and what things she needs to do to improve her game. And I agreed with that, and I got a few dislikes on that one. But for the most part, I get mostly likes, except for my one daily dislike from my friend Duck Dog, but that's between me and Duck Dog. We have a thing where it's an understanding. Let's put it that way. So anyway, so it looks like I'm going to be on Lords of the Night with Scribe Light and Ranting Monkey tonight. When I figure out where I'm going to have to find the link to that. Let's see. Maybe it's, let's see if they put a link, if there's a link to that yet. I'll put that in the chat. That's in 1 hour, actually. So I should probably take a potty break sometime here and maybe eat something. Let's see. Lords of the Night. Let's look at my scrubs here. Does he have oh, he does have one up here. Lords of the Night. Let's do that. We'll share this one out. Share. So if you haven't had enough of PDawg yet today, guess what? Oh, why is my mouse sticking in? I need to get new batteries for my mouse. There you go. I will be on Lords of the Night with Scribe Light. That's the link I just put there. Woo, PDawg, Lords of the Night. There you go. Advocatus Diabli, what's happening? Is that dog has that I'm going to eat your corpse look in his eye. You mean Gamer Valine's dog? Oh, good. Her dog. I love that dog. That's the cutest dog. I like pugs. I don't know why. I mean, they're so ugly. They're beautiful. They're you know, they look like something out of a Lord of the Rings movie. All right. Cool. So I'm going to be on Lords of the Night. That's the link there. I should probably think about wrapping this up. Any more questions in the chat? Throw them in there. Are you out here, Kate? I will see you later. Or no. Oh, no. This is... I have to stand on the ground to have decent connection. I love the joys of living in the country. Okay. All right. I was tripping that thing behind you would be pretty cool. Oh. Oh, my green screen game here. You know, I could, let's see. Let me see if I can, I just thought of something. Here, if you were tripping, yes. Let me do something really interesting here. We're going to just, watch this. Here we go. America! Fuck yeah! Now, what the hell happened though? That's the whole damn flag. Let me see if I can, good Lord. Well, that's part of the flag. You can see it's waving. All right. All right. Anything else here on Twitter.com that's interesting? No-win battle of Trump versus critical race theory. Yeah, Kathy Young's a TDS person. Lastly, I don't counsel appeasement, as Daniel implies. I counsel pushback that doesn't involve hitching your cause to a race-baiting demagogue. She doesn't like Trump. She's a never-Trumper type. And you have no idea what I'm talking about because I don't have it on the screen. All right. You know what, gang? I'm going to call it a day because I need to at least get something in my belly before I go on Lords of the Night. So, hey, for those of you who've been hanging around, I hope you had fun while you were here. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button before you head out. And thank you so much. A lot of you have been extremely instrumental in helping me get to this 1,000 subs by just sharing the streams out on Twitter, Minds, or wherever you share stuff. Facebook. I didn't even realize that I was getting traffic from Facebook until I looked at my analytics from YouTube, that some of you have been sharing this on Facebook and other places, and people have been coming. So I'm glad that all of you who are here now enjoy the show. You know that I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central for my morning night live show. I do occasional other live streams periodically. We're going to have a lot more guests on the show in the coming, between now and the end of the year. And I also am making videos a little more frequently than I had when I first started doing the show. So look forward to that. But anyway, that's it for today, people. I gotta go. My name is PDawgKnight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, this is PDawgKnight, and thank you for watching today on the PDawgKnight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.